God still works his destiny if we allow him, even through the disappointment of our lives. On a grander scale, I was raised on this story. High school students, you need to hear this. In 1956, there was a young man called Jim Elliot, and his 4 missionary friends, they were serving God in Ecuador in the Amazonian jungles. And they had a heart to take the message of Jesus Christ to the Auca Indians. I was raised in this story. How many people have ever heard of Jim Elliot? A few of you. Many of you haven't heard of it. You need to hear it. His book is called Through Gates of Splendor, the book about him. And Jim Elliot, he made contact with the Auca Indians. And there was a guy called Nate Saint, and he was the pilot. He put his friends on board, and there was a small sand spit that he was able to land the plane on at the side of the river. And these Auca Indians, these tribesmen, do you know what? They were feared. They were known to be killers, had no real contact with the outside world, but it seemed that they were trusting Jim and his friends. But later it was revealed that they were spooked by the white men coming, and they thought to themselves, they're here to kill us. We'd better kill them first. And on that little sand spit, Jim Elliot and his 4 friends were killed by spears in January 1956. Disappointment, my friends. Jim had a wife, and her name was Elizabeth Elliot. And she was left a widow, and her little girl here was only 10 months old. She was in Ecuador, living there with Jim at the time, and you would think to yourself, well, you know what? My husband's been martyred, father of my little child, he's gone. Let's just head back to America. But you know what she did? She stayed on. She said, God has called us to this place, and even in the disappointment, this is still our destiny. They were working with the Quechua Indians, and one day, just working with these Indians, 2 of the tribe, the Auca Indians that had killed her husband, appeared. And they befriended them and talked to them about the death of their husband. And they said, but our men were scared, thinking that your men were going to kill them. They said, well, tell them that we're not going to do that. And they said, we told them they want you to come now. And guess who went and brought the gospel to the Auca Indians? This incredible woman with her little daughter, and she led them to Jesus Christ, the very people that had murdered her husband. Elizabeth Elliot, her quotes are incredible. I've tried to narrow them down to 2. She said this: don't dig up and doubt what you planted in faith. Isn't that amazing? I wish I'd said that. I would tweet that right now and retweet myself. That is so good. Don't dig up and doubt what you planted in faith. And then she says this as well: of one thing I am perfectly sure, God's story never ends with ashes. Look at me, everybody. I know you're going through it, and I know right now you signed up for the will of God, and you were thinking, yeah, it'll be groovy. And it's crazy. Some of the stuff that's happening, but hold on, destiny will come through even with the disappointment.